I wrote this poem for and about this kid I went to high school with. His name was Cliff Black, so I call the poem Black. Boy, why don't you pick your nappy head? What you trying to do, make a statement? He just shook his head, laughed, went the other way. Had my mouth twisted upwards all day long. Long days, Indian summer's precious rays, raised spirits of school-bound children and corner-found ray-rays, the sound of his gaze. A mix between thugs and harmony and old-school Isaac Hayes. Boy, I'd know your nappy head anywhere, but seeing it there was surprising, 'cause school just wasn't his thing. He was more into money, chains, tennis shoes, cheap diamond-cut rings that seemingly multiplied on his fingers. But today was his vacation from truancy, his holiday. So he cut every class and spent it the proper way. He brought a quarter-pound to school and came home with 7 dimes, got smoked out and sold in every stairway and dark corner he could find. Sounds like a badass, right? But he had his good times. His flawless ebony skin glowed. His smile shone bright as the sunshine. Always wearing V-neck t-shirts and wearing diggy pants. Always had the newest Nikes, hip to the newest style of dance. Not a pretty boy, but bore the lithe, beautiful build of a child and topped it all off with a wild nappy head. Next time our paths crossed, I saw his was steep and filled with rocks. So sure his ship would never come in that he up and burned the docks. Said he might be transferring schools, but right now it was unclear. Wrote my yearbook, remember me in case I'm somewhere else next year. We said goodbye in June. Talked to a good friend in July. She said, where ain't you going? I said, where? She said, oh, you ain't even home. So she put me down. She told me how it all went down. Told me how they shot him down. He was found on the corner coming downhill from school towards downtown, and I put the phone down. Tears fell down. I knelt down, tried to hold the choke down. It broke free. I broke down. It happened so fast. The sun set in the west and rose in the east to find me making my way to church, and his mother in the front row making peace. She was saying her farewells to weddings she would never see, grandchildren she would never have, the grown man that would never be. Remembering the first time she brought him home and how he cried as a baby, all these things she held tight to and cherished. As she recalled what she was doing when she first heard he had perished, how that moment gave birth to torment that laid heavy on her chest. What if she had done things different? Had she truly done her best? Was it painful? Was it fast? Did he call for her with his last breath? In death, she marveled at how soon a waxy quality had come over his face as she plotted to erase everything she saw as his fall from grace. She said, strip him of his jewelry, leaving his neck, wrists, and hands bare. I'll have none of those fancy tennis shoes and baggy clothes he loved to wear. Without hesitation, she said, cut off every strand of my boy's nappy-ass hair. And there we were. His last respects were paid, and a fresh-cut bald head fade. Wearing clothes he wouldn't. In a church he never set foot in. His mother sat blank-faced with the program tightly gripped. We never saw it coming, but all of a sudden she flipped, started screaming, they killed my boy, they killed my boy, they shot him dead. I closed my eyes and saw him as on the first day, smiling, shaking his nappy head.